Hi, I'm Sharon Marshall Lockett. I'm Director of Lockett Learning Systems, home of SCORE and Home Sweet Homework. We work with schools and parents to help them improve achievement, especially when they're working with high-risk students. Now, have you ever taken a test and just drawn a blank, tried to answer something and froze? Well, right now I want to talk to you about helping your students or your children reduce test anxiety. Test anxiety is normal, but I never ever learned what to do about it in a teacher ed class. I was a beginning teacher, very cheery, upbeat, and I walked into my typing class, keyboarding before the days of computers. And very excitedly one day I said to the students, today we're going to take our first timed writing. And 40 students simultaneously went, ah! They absolutely froze on me, and I thought, what do I do with this? I didn't have a clue of how to help them help themselves. Well, I learned really quickly in a skills class that I could have them shake their hands and shrug their shoulders. And I also learned that I could tell them a joke, and then when they were laughing, say, ready, begin, and that would release anxiety. Then I met a student that failed every academic test I ever gave. She was one of those students that sat in the back of the room jumping up and down with her hand waving in the air wanting to answer every question. And when I called on her, she knew the answers. And when she took the test, she failed it. When I talked to her and said, what happened? How can I help you? She said, oh, I just always freeze on tests. Well, I wish I had known then what I know now. I had to refer her for outside help, but there is a lot you can do if you freeze on a test. First of all, prepare well. Now, there is such a thing as over-preparing, and usually that's where anxiety comes in. That's half of where anxiety comes in. The other half is not preparing, and you go in nervous. But when you've prepared, you have the information in your left brain memory bank. And what happens is you forget what you filed it under. You can't figure out how to get it out. So when you go into a test, or when your children go into a test and they freeze, there is a way to overcome that. You create a mnemonic device or an image, a picture, a dance, a song that has the content in it. And when you freeze on that test, you go back and remember the song or the mnemonic or the picture or the visual. And you use that to gather the information and express it in a non-traditional way. It is amazing how well that works and how quickly test grades go up when you use something that we call right brain, like drama, dance, art, music, movement, to remember something. Just a quick example of that in the lovely little movie Akeelah and the Bee. Little Akeelah won the spelling bee, but her mnemonic was jumping rope. So in the final, she pretended she had a jump rope on stage and jumped and got every letter correct and won the National Spelling Bee. It works. Give it a try and check out what we have at Lockett Learning System to help you, the teacher, you, the administrator, or you, the parent, improve student performance. We're validated for success by the United States Department of Education. Thank you. Lockett Learning Systems is home to exemplary programs. SCORE is validated by the United States Department of Education for effectiveness in getting high-risk students to succeed in a rich Common Core curriculum. Study skills are a powerful part of SCORE. Home Sweet Homework shares with parents the strategies that work and helps them find answers to the questions they struggle with. And Child Grief and Divorce and Grief Recovery help you, whether you're going through a difficult time or whether you're trying to help a child through a difficult time. They help you cope. Visit us at LockettLearningsystems.com.